Hey everybody, it's Mike with Monkey Fab. Today we're gonna make a Y pipe. So my buddy, he's got a big T6 Bog Warner turbo, and they're ridiculous because the outlet on those guys are 5 inches and they just don't make a lot of sense. So what he asked me to do is make a Y pipe, 2 4 inches to go together, and it's going to go on a flange that goes from 5 inches to 4 inches, and then we'll have a 2 4 inches wying out. So that's what we got here is this pipe, and it's a kind of a simple operation, so I figured I'd just take you along and show you how I do it. Maybe somebody has a way that they do it they like better and they want to comment or do a video themselves, maybe even, and put up on YouTube. So what we need to do with this guy is we just have to cut this off and cut this off. And what that's going to give us is 2 of these guys, like this. So what can we do with 2 of these guys? Well, with 2 of these guys, we can then butt them together so it goes like this. And we just weld it, boom, right here. So we just fold it over, put it on each other, and now we got like the Y pipe. So that's what we're going to do. That's the easy way to do it. The easiest way to kind of lay this out, in my opinionation, is to do what I did here. I just take a T-square and I basically make a couple of straight lines based off my table, and that way I got a guide. So I just do it on either side and then kind of eyeball the middle, say like here's the middle, and I just make that. And then what I do is I mark up, so we know to get this pipe in half, it's going to be 2 inches to the center of this pipe. If it was a 3-inch pipe, then it would be, you know, 1.5 inches or whatever. So we need to get this end off of it. So the easiest thing to do is then just mark, you know, 2 inches up on either side, run a line, and then you can just kind of see if I can get you lined up. You just kind of eyeball it where you go. It isn't lined up. There we go. Where you're just like, oh, okay. Whoa. So after you got that lined up, you got your mark, and then you know you just need to cut off this end that's showing kind of this like knee here, and then cut it in half, and then you just basically fold them up and then weld them together. The easiest way to do this would be in a bandsaw. If you have a nice horizontal bandsaw, just cut that right off a little shallow of the line, and then you can just always clean it up on the belt sander, make sure it fits well. I don't have a horizontal bandsaw that's big enough for this. I have a portaband, and it's going to get bound up in there. So what I'm going to do is just do the old speedy grinder deal. We're going to get the old cutting disc out and get after it. So it's a bear to hold these guys. But I assure you, it's a good fit up right now. All you gotta do is just clean all this crap from the inside out. We'll deburr those guys and clean them up on the belt sander just a little bit more. Just take the roughness out of it, and then we're gonna clean all the metal with the woven abrasive belt and get ready to tack it up and weld it. Just in case you're wondering, this is mild still. I should have said that, but it is. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna weld this. I have a pulse setting that I like to use for this. I'm really not really sure what it is off the top of my head, but we're gonna be welding it with some pulse. Just try to keep it a little bit cooler, maybe make a little better looking weld. And but yeah, we're just gonna stitch them together. It's not much to it. So we got real good fit up on the flange. It's on there. I had to knock it on with a hammer basically to get it fit. I used a brass hammer to knock it in there, so it's nice and tight. There's really no gaps to speak of. And I don't know, I'm not sure what to weld this at. I've never welded one of these specific flanges before. So I'm just gonna wing it. I'm just gonna wing it. It's not gonna focus. Oh, hey, it kind of did. So that's what we got, man. And it wasn't too terribly much work, a few hours, and he wanted them straight, and they are straight, and I would say that they are damn near perfect, not too bad. So hopefully he'll be able to smash that onto his Turboski and go do shenanigans. So I hope you enjoyed watching your little exhaust thing you get made, Mark, and it'll be in the mail tomorrow or the next day, probably tomorrow. For everybody else, this is Mike with Monkey Fab. Be sure to drop by my website, monkeyfabgarage.com, and check out them Blue Demon welding supplies. I got great deals on those. And yeah, if you guys want to see something particular, let me know in the comments, man. Or if you got questions, let me know in the comments. If I know the answer, I'll try to help you guys out. I appreciate you guys stopping by, checking out the video. This is Mike with Monkey Fab signing out.